My name is Billy, and this is my father, my Crispin.
Thank you, Billy. And thank you all for coming. It's really exhilarating to see such a huge turnout here. I don't know if you've managed to see, is this loud enough? Yes?
Yes.
Today's New York Times, back in business. You see all those proud towers ranged there? These are condo units, right? Aren't they lovely? This is what New York City is turning into, right? These structures suggest a very familiar gesture, don't they?
Yes.
Right? That's what they look like, isn't it? It suggests the 1%, doesn't it? This is what's happening to our city. And that's why we're here tonight, to say something about this seemingly inexorable process and to try to stop it. I think it's fair to say, I think we all recognize the fact that New York City is now being run by people dedicated to destroying it, right? And they often, wear the guise of real New Yorkers. Mayor Bloomberg, for example, rides the subway and folds the Times and holds it under his arm like a real New Yorker. But he's been dedicated to erasing everything that's distinctive about this city wherever you look, right? It's Queens, Brooklyn, the Bronx, Chelsea, Soho, all over the city. And I'm going to get to the Village in a moment. This is a process that we are dedicated to stopping, and we can indeed stop it. Now, these projects are going on all over the city. It's long past time for us to stand up and say in one voice, no, this has to stop. Probably the most egregious example of what's going down is the one we're here to focus on tonight, and that is NYU's 2031 expansion plan, right? This is probably the most, well, certainly the most outrageous real estate expansion that we've ever seen in Greenwich Village at NYU's hands, and that's saying something. And it's even the most egregious real estate expansion we've ever seen, I think, in New York City that's been realized, as opposed to Westway or something like that. So there again, we have a figure who appears to be a regular New Yorker, New York University President John Sexton, who's always wearing that Yankees cap, Despite that prop, he too seems to be devoted to destroying the most storied, the most attractive, the most interesting, the most distinctive neighborhood in New York City, and that's the Village. It's Greenwich Village, and we're here tonight to say no to that. Now, for the first time in the history of NYU's local expansion, the faculty of NYU is standing shoulder to shoulder with the whole community. This has never happened before, right? So I'm just one of many, many hundreds of members of NYU faculty against the Sexton plan. You're going to be hearing a little bit more about that from me tonight. We are a nonprofit organization. Your donations to us will be tax deductible. We have to work very hard and very fast, because this coming week, the City Council will effectively vote on this plan when a couple of committees on Tuesday make their recommendation to the City Planning Department, okay? They're going to propose some kind of a compromise, and we've been hearing about compromise endlessly from the politicians involved, from the media. There's going to be a compromise. We've heard this before, haven't we? You get some super hideous plan, they take away a few of its more egregious features, and then it's just hideous. You know what I mean? It's merely hideous. And then the politicians get up there and the media echoes their claims that this is good, this is great, they hammered out a compromise, everybody's happy, everybody wins. This time, we're not going to accept that. We're going to say no to this, because any version of this plan that is acceptable to NYU's administration, I promise you, will be unacceptable to the faculty and unacceptable to the community, right? So we're here to say no, okay? And tonight we're going to focus on a book that we've managed to put together very, very quickly. And despite that, it's I think, a classic. I mean, it's a terrific book. I'll say very quickly how this came to be. A month ago, we had a benefit at the New York Theater Workshop And Peter Carey, the great novelist who's here with us tonight, read a beautiful piece about the village. Sarah McNally, who owns this jewel of a store, read the piece and was so moved by it that she offered to produce very quickly a little book of protest pieces by eminent New York writers, artists, activists, NYU professors, and so on. That's how this came to be. I want to thank Sarah in particular. I want to thank Peter. I want to thank Patrick Gallagher for helping us put this event together. Meg Rooney, who is our organization's research director, Alex Pearson. If there's anyone, my friend Emma Perry, others have helped us get the eminent contributors to this book in line. They turned around their pieces very, very quickly, and we're going to hear from some of them tonight.